I feel like you can't make any comment about the comment section on YouTube without addressing the very prevalent problem of the booty bots. And now they're not only are they commenting on videos, but they're commenting on videos in different languages. What is happening? What is going on? Anyways, what up, Hope Skits? It's your girl Skitten back at it again. Today we are here to watch the Odd Ones Out. It's been a while since we've been here. The title of this video is called The Comment Section. I'm actually super excited to see what he has to say about it because obviously he has like a way bigger, fan base than I do, and that's his comment section is humongous. And so obviously he's not gonna have time to scroll through every single comment, but I wanna know what catches his eye. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see what he has to say about that. I'm super excited to see what this video has in store for us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
First. Who else is watching this in current year? I'm first. No, I'm first. Everyone needs to know I was the first person to leave a comment on this YouTube video. Please, I don't have a lot going on right now. Fellas, I'm just gonna go ahead and say what we're all thinking here. This video is a forgery.
Oh.
And also a homosexual.
Oh.
Hey, why are we spending our finite time spreading negativity and arguing with strangers whose minds will never change? Are we really that bitter we have to bring others down? These comments are pointless because everyone knows I'm first. Comment sections in some form or another have been around since the internet's conception.
Absolutely,
and I don't see them.
Oh my gosh, the Sign My Guest book. Oh. Do you guys remember free webs? I made so many websites on free webs, and the number one thing that I had on everything was a freaking guest book. I loved it.
And I don't see them ever going away.
Right.
So in like 200 years, historians are going to be studying ancient comments to see what life was like back then.
I feel like it was not intentional, but him with the little mustache makes him look like the Pringles man.
Right underneath this video and any other video ever posted is an open forum for anyone who watched the video to leave their semi-unfiltered, anonymous opinions.
Absolutely, every time.
And nothing bad has ever come from it. Wait, are you scrolling down to read the comments while the video is playing?
Not.
You haven't even finished the video and you're reading the comments? I'm sorry, did I bore you? Are you bored? No, that's fine. Don't mind me. It's not like we were in the middle of a one-sided conversation or anything.
Of course.
Also, if you see any spam bots, can you report them for me? They're a real problem.
Samesies. On the way, you see spam bots, report them. Thanks.
Like most people, I will watch a video and then not add anything to the conversation and go about my day.
Right.
Watching more videos. And I know the vast majority of you do this too, because let's math something out. If we look at my last video and take the total amount of comments and divide it by views, we only get 0.4% of people who watch the video leave a comment. That's not a whole lot. Oh, I know. What if we look at a YouTuber apology video? I'm sure there's a bunch of people leaving comments, letting people know their thoughts and having a civil discussion. Only 0.3% of people who watched the video left a comment. Every video I did the math on only ever had a 0.5% view to comment ratio.
Interesting.
So if only 0.5% of people are leaving comments, why am I talking about them? Because while most of us aren't comment leavers, I know the majority of us are comment readers.
And also, it's kind of like how when you work in the restaurant industry, they always say that the kind of people who leave like Yelp reviews and stuff like that are, first of all, mostly people who want to complain. Like, just to be clear, mostly people who want to complain. But the kind of people who leave reviews are the kind of people who are probably the most vocal during their experience anyway. Like, they were always going to leave a review. People who comment on videos very rarely are only commenting on the one video. They're going to comment on every video that they watch. And it's so funny because like I personally, like when I watch TikToks and YouTube videos and stuff like that, I typically don't comment. I've had a couple of you guys actually run into me on TikTok comments, but generally I don't really comment for all the videos that I scroll through, right? My husband is all up in the comments. He prefers the comment section to the videos sometimes of a lot of the videos that he watches. And it's just like a different kind of person that is willing and able to have discourse in a comment section, I feel like.
This video and the comment section are digital neighbors. You literally don't have to travel far to read comments. They're right there. Sorry if you're watching this on a TV, by the way. They are there, trust me. And I can prove most people are comment readers because a lot of times a single comment will get more thumbs up than there are total comments on a video. Which, of course they do, because who's gonna take the time to write out a whole comment when they could just thumbs up the ones they agree with? The relationship between YouTuber and comment section is a little complicated.
Agreed.
For one, it's the only time I get to kind of have a conversation with 0.4% of you. If you feel so inclined, you can type out a response to this video, give me feedback, tell a joke, or post a timestamp of a part you liked, and there's a 99% chance I'll never see that. But if I do, and I like what you said enough, I can give your comment a little heart badge. Yeah, I perceive this guy.
I do like that, but also just a reminder, I am not the odd ones out. I do not have multiple thousands of comments on my videos. I see them. So when you say unhinged shit, I see it. I perceive it. Stop that. But also, when you guys voice your support and stuff like that, I see that too, and I appreciate and I love it. And I do my best to, you know, heart react or like of it. Why am I, okay, whatever. I don't know why I'm talking with my hands so much today. But I do my best to like respond, and I've actually been like making it a point to engage with you guys on your comments, you know? But also just know, when you guys say weird stuff, I see that too.
There are some challenges with comment sections that are not exclusively YouTuber problems. Even in the early days of the internet, comment sections have had a reputation of being toxic and argumentative. I will say I have noticed that comment sections are not as toxic as they were in the 2010s. Maybe websites have just gotten better at moderating. But I've noticed an overall decrease in the amount of slurs and KYSs compared to when I was 13. So good job, comment section. You're growing up. I think there are 3 reasons why comment sections can be very toxic.
Okay.
Number 1, people are more likely to speak out when they disagree with something rather than agree with it.
Like I mentioned,
if you
for
come
the Yelp
across the
reviews.
comment, I like cats, you're not gonna go out of your way to comment, I agree with your opinion, cats are lovely. You might give the comment a thumbs up, but otherwise you're just gonna keep scrolling. But if you're someone who only likes dogs and you have too much free time, now you're getting all worked up seeing a different opinion than yours, so you're gonna comment, this is really insensitive to dogs. You know, my dog could beat up your cat. So every comment section will eventually devolve into a cesspool full of people who disagree with each other. But the toxicity is only magnified because of reason number 2, people are anonymous. When you don't have to face real-world repercussions for all the reprehensible shit you say, there's no limit to the things you won't spout out.
I agree with this. I fully agree with this because I feel like people like to pretend like, oh, I'm just like this in real life. You definitely don't just be walking up to random people and telling them that they're stupid and they need to get a brain and shit, because you would have been had your shit rocked. And like, he's not going to talk like that because he's him. But I'm me, okay? And I already know that a lot of the hater shit that people say online, they would never say to the person's face. You would never do it. You would absolutely, like, and so it's always just so funny to watch people act like so tough and chill online, because I'm just like, but in real life, I would fight you. In real life, you would get slapped for the disrespect. Oh, well, violence is never the answer. And neither is you calling me a whore. So, right? Okay. So let's just get that clear. Y'all are not half as tough as you pretend to be behind a screen, and we all know it. You think that people aren't aware. You think that people are scared of you, blah, blah, blah. We all know who you are behind the screen. We're aware. We know. And we just let it go because there's frankly too much other shit to do in the day, you know?
Although there is something to be said about never being truly anonymous online.
Right.
Maybe in the pre-Facebook era, you could get away with saying some messed up stuff. But now, if you upset the wrong person, they'll post your IP address. So, for example, this guy commented, and now I'm outside his mother's home. First, And what makes it worse is you don't know if the comment you're reading is from an adult or a 13-year-old.
Right.
And yes, that matters because 13-year-olds aren't people. And the third reason why comment sections are so toxic.
Real quick, what's going on with the hand animations here, bud? Like, why are the hands so beefy? Why are the knuckles, why are they so strong?
Sometimes people just want to make you angry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they wrestle your jimmies. They do a little trolling.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all negative comments are trolls. You can have your genuine criticisms, but we've all seen comments that are just trying to stir the pot.
Absolutely.
You know? It doesn't matter how thought out or correct your response to a troll comment is. As soon as you respond, you've stooped down to their level and lost.
But sometimes I don't mind that. Just to be clear, I don't mind getting down and dirty. Okay.
And the number 4 reason that I just thought of is because I think people can forget that behind these comments and profile pictures is a real person.
Yeah.
With emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Ian Hecox from Smosh made an analogy I really liked that reading negative comments is like boxing. When you read a negative comment, it's like getting punched in the face. But with training, you can build your stamina to learn techniques and blocks to reduce the damage a punch would do to you.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you're still boxing.
Yeah.
And there's only so many punches to the face you can take before you have to tap out.
Yeah.
I can read 100 positive comments and 1 negative one, and it's the negative comment that'll stick in my brain. I would be lying if I said I never got hurt by a comment. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way because there's a word for it. In psychology, there's things called cognitive distortions, which are times when our brain thinks in unhealthy ways, like catastrophizing, overgeneralization, or depersonalization. And one of these distortions is called selective abstraction, which is when we focus on one detail taken out of context and ignore all the other more important details. And it's not exclusive to reading comments either. It's the same thing when you're hanging out with friends and you make one awkward joke and you focus on that for the rest of the night and ignore all the other good interactions you had.
Okay, but to be fair, the awkward joke was really awkward and it low-key killed the mood for like a long time. How do I not focus on that? What do you mean?
So how do we stop this flawed way of thinking? I'm asking you. I don't know. Leave a comment. Sometimes we're able to laugh off mean comments, but I think everyone has at least one comment that got to them. For me, it's always the comments about things I'm insecure about, or the comments saying things about me that are objectively wrong.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the only solution to deal with toxic comments is to just ignore them. Don't even let them take up space in your brain. If you're going to put yourself on the internet, expect to see the good and the very, very bad.
Yeah.
You're not going to please everyone, and you don't need everyone's approval. So thank you, 0.5% of people who leave positive comments on internet videos. Us lurkers might not get involved in the conversation, but we sure do love watching the conversation happen from the sidelines.
Like a creeper?
And now that you've watched this YouTube video, let's go see what other people who've watched this YouTube video are talking about. Who's this Bob guy?
G'day, everyone.
I feel like that was a really good video. I feel like it was a really good breakdown. And I feel like it was also very general so that, you know, you can definitely take that perspective and like personalize it to your own experience. You know, like obviously my experience with like my real face, you know, in videos as a Black woman is gonna be different than like him as an animated balloon character, right? But like, it's still the same general principles. I used to argue with people in my comment section a lot, and now I generally just make it so that they can comment however much they want. People will never see it. And it's one of my, to banish them to the shadow realm is one of my favorite things to do. Also, touching back on when he said, oh, people will like post your IP address, blah, blah, blah. Just a reminder that you are like very, very rarely ever truly anonymous on the internet. You can be found, people will find you, and generally for nefarious purposes, right? People will absolutely find your personal info and attempt to either disseminate it publicly or use it to threaten you. You know what I mean? And I just think that's one of the most horrifying aspects of being online is how available your information is to other people for them to exploit. Now, does that stop me from being online? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Does it stop me from being in comment sections? No. Anywho's ends, let me know what your guys' experiences are. If you're super interactive in comment sections, let me know kind of what your thought process is, how it goes. If you get into conversations or altercations, how does that generally go? Other than that, don't forget to leave your action requests and recommendations down in the comments below. Peace out, ho biscuits. It's Skitten lit.